The way we create terrains in the main interface in Vue 7 has been slightly changed since previous versions of Vue. In previous versions, all terrain creation options were condensed into one button. We now have two buttons. Our first button involves creating a standard height field terrain, and also setting the initial size of all terrains created using these buttons. So by left-clicking on the first button, we create a standard terrain. If we right-click on the first button, we have our Terrain and Editor option. Now that I've changed that option to 256 by 512, any terrain we create, including procedural terrains, standard terrains, will be created at 256 by 512 resolution. I'm going to set this number back to 256 by 256 for the default. Our new button now gives us the ability to left-click and create a procedural terrain. So we can now quickly create a procedural terrain without having to expand the terrain button to access this command. By right-clicking on this button, we now have the ability to load in procedural terrains. By default, we have two collections in the library, an infinite procedural terrain section and a standard procedural terrain section. Saving these terrains can be done within the terrain editor, and is covered in a later section of this lesson.